I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far, crazy how did this happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras.
Today,
from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh,
it's Week 11 of the NFL on PS4. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Bengals at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow, rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 12 carries, 53 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
On first down, Mobley. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 18 yards the gain for number 18. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Off the play fake. Mobley. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now Burrow loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 2nd and 16. Burrow. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 83 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return touchdown. 1st and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I'd just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing on 1st down. Mobley. Open man. That's the tight end, Freiermuth. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now here's another carry for Harris. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And out now, here come the Bengals. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're...
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Here we go. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Out to his left. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow forced out to his left. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
1st down. Here's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Here we go. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to the Rams, but they got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Mobley. Johnson's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Mobley. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes. Now Burrow on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead. And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Take a look at Deontay Johnson as this offense runs back out. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe? I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them. They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Mobley, complete. It's Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mobley. That'll be caught. Rager with it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this right back to Rager. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw again. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. To throw again. Mobley. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Off play action. Mobley. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD. And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official wouldn't think twice about pulling his flag on that one. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. To throw on second down, Mobley. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown. It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back. Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other. Now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown! Jamar Chase. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they are not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Mobley. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Mobley. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Mobley. Pickens on the slant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
But the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mobley. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Mobley. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Operating from the gun. Mobley. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Joseph Osai. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Mobley. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Boswell's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Now it's Burrow. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. Open man is Higgins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Burrow will throw. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow flushed out right. Open man is Chase, complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here we go.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Mixing up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a low.
Touchdown, Bengals! Drew Sample, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Back to throw. Mobley. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, this is Harris. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Steelers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Back to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Bengals, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they've fallen out of things now.